Okay, this video is going to be a little different from my normal YouTube videos, my normal music videos and so on. So what I've got my my Ram truck, my Dodge Ram. It's a 1500 3.7 liter V6. It's not the Hemi, and I've had an issue lately where where I'm getting the engine light and a P0300 code, which is apparently a little difficult to diagnose. But from what I see, well, I'm going to start out by I'm going to change the spark plugs, and I'm going to change the crankshaft sensor as well, and we'll see how that goes. So let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to remove the negative from the battery and keep it to one side. It's 10mm. So move that out of place, make sure it doesn't touch. Okay, so to start with the spark plugs, we're going to remove this hose, we're going to remove this cover. Now first of all, there's a plug on the back of this. So you reach behind and you can't see it. So there's a little tab facing towards the back of that plug that you push that little tab in and the plug will come off pretty easy. Without that, it won't come off. Okay, then next, what we'll do is we'll remove this hose with these two clamps, two little clamps here. There's one. Remove the other one. Let's see how difficult these want to come off. Okay, pretty straightforward. This one comes off pretty easy too. Alright, and then next we're going to remove this cover. Now these two little nuts or bolts down there, they're a little strange looking, but it turns out it looks like they're 5/16 of an inch. So let's see how that goes. By the way, you'll probably notice I'm no mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. So, but I don't think this is rocket science. I used to do it when I was younger on my old cars. And like I said, I don't think this is too difficult. The only problem with this Ram is it's a big truck and I'm a short guy. So, yeah, that looks loose. See the other one. Get on my little step here. Alright. And that kind of just comes off like that. Success. So the plugs, it's a V6, it's the 3.7 liter V6. So the plugs are here underneath these ignition coils. So this has this truck has a coil per plug. So what we've got to do is loosen, there's a little nut on a bolt on each one. Alright, damn, looks like, I don't know, it's a weird size, but it looks like it's like a 11mm I think works. So let's see, get it on there and then take that off. I wonder how many of these nuts I'm going to drop into the engine here. Alright, high five. Okay, these now just apparently wiggle out. Alright, so these these coils are indeed just supposed to pull out. So just take off the little connector, and then it does, after I've wrestled with it, it does just pull out. So let me put that back so I know which one it is. They look nice and clean, nothing wrong with them. Apparently you should make sure there's no oil around here. So these look good. So I'm just going to set this to one side, try the next one. Take the tab off the little connector off first. Alright, let's see if this one's any easier. Nope. About the same, which is probably good. I mean, it's probably making a good seal in there. So anyway, let me pause and I'll come back to you when I've got them all off. Alright, so I got all those off. It helps just to take that little connector off so that you can get the coil out. So now it's time to just take out the spark plugs. Make sure I'm going the right way. Right down in here, and okay, there we go. First one. Hope the little gripper in this socket will actually pull the plug out. I'm not looking forward to having to dig in there with long nose pliers. There it is. I've got the first one out. Alright, let's take a look at it. You know, I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, maybe you're here. Although I think, I don't know. Anyway, we're about to replace them all. So, here we go. Here comes number 2. Look at that one. Oh yeah, that one looks a little, that one doesn't look great. It looks a little worn, burnt out at the top. So anyway, onward and upward. Alright, let's see this one. Focus, you son of a bitch. What do you think? A little brown. I don't know what that brown means. They're certainly not wet. Come on, focus. Certainly not wet, but they don't look great. Yeah, let's do the other side now. Over there. This ratchet that turns like this is amazing. I love it. It's great for when you can't, you don't have space to swing it. Fantastic. Alright, plug number 4, let's take a look. I don't know how to get this damn thing to focus. How do you focus? There you go, touch the screen. So that doesn't look great either. Pretty burnt down, that one. So who knows, I don't know if this truck's ever had the plugs replaced. Well, let's get some better focus back in. Okay. Hey, I think I learned something today. When you need to focus the iPhone, touch the screen where you want it to focus on. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at this one. Alright, here we go. Let me touch the screen again. Bad, huh? I think that's terrible. And by the way, that 0300 code is random misfire. So it's an 0300, but it also followed with, you know, 0302, which is cylinder number 2, 0304, blah blah blah. So yeah. Fuck. This fucking car's so big. Golly. That one is super tight. Again, I'm no mechanic, thank the Lord. But, yeah, it's not rocket science. At least it's a nice warm day too, it's not cold. And I've got to be out here. I want to be around to pick up the pieces. My new song that I'm practicing. It's a Tony Bennett song. Let's see, is the plug coming? Is the plug coming? Don't fall! Alright, oh boy, this one's pretty burnt up too. See if I can get down without falling. Alright, here's plug number 6. Well, the 6th one I've taken out. I have no idea what cylinder it is. It's pretty burnt too. Okay, excellent. So, let me get the new ones. Alright, so now that I've got them all out, let's take a look. So some of them don't look too bad, but then you can see some of them are terrible. The gap is different. Whoa, really burnt some of them. See, that one doesn't look too bad, that one in the middle now. That one looks horrible. That one looks terrible. So there you have it. By the way, note to self, when you buy 6 plugs and you get 2 loose plugs and a box of 4, make sure that the box of 4 actually has 4 in it. I've just had to make a half-an-hour trip back to the parts store because this box only had 2 in it. Lesson learned. Alright, let's get to replacing these. So one other thing we need to do before we actually put these in is we need to check the gap. So the gap on this is supposed to be 0.044. So if we get to it, this is a little tight, the end a little open, there it's about 0.4 now. The end a little more, one tiny bit more, there we go, that's 0.44, 0.044, that's about right. So I'm going to go through each one of these, make sure it's set right. Alright, another thing we want to do before we put them in is we want to put some of this, it's called anti-seize lubricant, and that just makes it so that next time I try and take these out, they come out okay. So basically, I guess you just take one of these plugs and just smear some of this. Just put a good daub of this stuff all the way around. There we go. I'm not sure you can really put too much on. Well, I'm sure you can, but I think something like that just on the threads is probably good. So, I'm not the neatest of workers, but this smells like old engine oil, transmission fluid stuff. Doesn't smell great, but I'm not eating it, so this fucking stuff's going everywhere. There we go. All 6 cylinders done. Not too much of a mess. We put the lid back on and start installing the plugs. Let's take off my doctor's glove. Let's get you set up so you can see what's going on here. Let's put you back here, maybe. Okay. Hope this doesn't fall out. Shouldn't. It's got that gripper inside. And let's go. Lay down, start turning. Oh boy, this is so much easier. Okay, there you go. Now, tighten them all up. And I don't want to go mad tightening it. I think that's good, like that. What a nice day we've got today. It's supposed to be like in the 60s Fahrenheit. So, you know, upper teens in science temperature. What did I hear somebody call it? Degrees Frankenstein, and then degrees science. Makes sense to me. Alrighty. Now let's see. Supposed to be able to just drop those ignition coils back in. So I've got this one right here. Put that one in. Oop, go down on the bolt. Push it down. Whoa, that's way easier than when it came off. Let's do the same with the others. Just struggling to find the hole. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but let's not go there. What the fuck? Alright, so get all the little 10mm bolts actually. Put those on. Alright, so all that done. Now it's time to put this back. And that just slides over there. Slides on. Trying to line up with the bolts at the bottom here underneath. There you go. Now, don't forget the plug for the sensor in the back. I can find it. Click. That was easy. Okay, that's on there. Now just this side. Okay, that's on here. Looks good. A handy dandy electricity. And goes just low torque. There we go. What do you think? What do you think the chances are that we've got everything right? Well, it's not going to start without that, is it? That one. Don't go crazy. Check for any extra bits and extra tools. What are the chances? Well, let's see. Damn, I'm clever. And you know what? The engine light's gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the, I've got my little handy dandy OBDII reader plugged into the car so I can see what diagnostic codes are on and if there are any still from the random misfire. I'm going to turn those off. And I actually think that I'm not going to replace the crankshaft sensor yet. I'm going to see if this was just the spark plugs. So maybe we'll do another video if this code comes back. We'll change that crankshaft sensor. So let me reset the codes real quick. So here I load my OBDII software. I think it's called Auto Doctor. I've got the little dongle plugged into the car and on my phone, the app's on my phone. So here you can see no trouble codes, no confirmed, no pending, no permanent. So it's all looking good at this stage. I leave it running for a little bit, but everything looked good. Okay, so looks pretty good. It looks like it's reset those misfires, and it's certainly reset the engine light. Got some crows. Anyway, so yeah, looks pretty good at this stage. So I think I'm going to hold off on the crankshaft position sensor. I'll leave that for if this code comes back. Random misfire 0P0300. So we'll see how that goes. Hope this helps somebody who wants to do this. If I can do it, pretty much anybody can do this.